So a lot of times when guys start to customize their AR-15s, anything on that AR-15, AR-10 platform, they tend to dork out over triggers and you know, a lot of the furniture, red dots, flashlights, all of that kind of stuff. One thing that we often don't really spend a lot of time considering is the charging handle. And that's what I want to talk to you about today. Today we're going to talk about the Breek Arms Sledgehammer Omnibuster. Now, Breek Arms sent this over to the channel. It's not going to influence what we say about it, but I do want to let you know that they sent it over to us and we appreciate it. Let's kind of go back first of all. This is your standard mil-spec charging handle, right? So it is set up for a right-handed operation, and it's pretty basic, right? Not much go wrong with it, nothing to get really excited about. I'm left-handed. I tend to like ambidextrous handles. A lot of guys like these just because you never know which hand you're going to be manipulating with, or if you're only going to be able to grab one side or whatever the case is. So anyway, this is a good generic one. I've been running it on this particular gun for about a year. It's functional, but again, nothing to get super excited about. So this is the Sledgehammer Omnibuster. So why do we even call it that? So Breek Arms has had the Sledgehammer line for a little while. The Omnibuster is the next step in this. Here's why. This is designed for use with a suppressor. Now, of course, you can use it without a suppressor, but it has some features in it that make it really, really interesting for suppressor use. The first one of these is this deep shelf in here. If you look at the regular generic one, it's got a little bit of a shelf. It's not super deep, and there's these channels beside it. So when you're using a suppressor, you get back gas pressure, comes back, and sometimes you catch it in the face, and that's no fun. Nobody likes that. So Breek Arms designed this so that it's got a deep well in here, and it doesn't have those areas, those little channels in the side where it can kind of sneak around in there. Now, that's cool, but it's not the only feature. Inside the rest of the track here, I don't know if you can see it on the camera, there are these little baffles. So these little tiny baffles in here, and as the pressure travels up, these baffles just slow it down a little bit, little bit, little bit. It's not super drastic, but by the time it gets back here, the pressure is even less. Then it hits the wall to be blocked from hitting you in the face and disperse, go back forward. If you're shooting with a can on your AR, this is something to really think about. This is an ambidextrous design. I like that, not just because I'm left-handed, but again, you just never know which hand you might end up manipulating the gun with. The other big advantage on this thing is how compact it is. This is what they call the LE latch. It was originally designed, I believe, for law enforcement, but it's got some advantages that that you might appreciate. So comparing to this, let me show you on the gun. I have to do this off camera so that YouTube doesn't lose their mind. So with a normal generic one in there, you can see like this sticks out past the forward assist. It sticks out really far on this side, past the bolt on my red dot mount. So it's big, easy to grab, but it's also easy to snag on a lot of stuff. It's easy to get caught on slings, on seat belts when you're pulling it out of the truck, whatever it is. Compare that to the Sledgehammer Omnibuster. This girl's thin, right? Doesn't even extend out as far as the forward assist. This is inside where the bolt is for my red dot mount. So this is super compact. And if you've watched some of the other videos where we talked about the Kung Fu grip from Die Frico that we put on this, that was because this is such a compact package, and this up and down grip helped me when I don't have a lot of room. Well, again, I don't have a lot of room. Putting it into a vehicle putting it into a vehicle, getting it out in a hurry, operating in a tight space. This is a nice feature to have. So a couple things to know about the gun, or about the charging handle itself. It is 7075 T6 aluminum. It's got a Type 3 hard coat on it, so this is going to be durable. It's going to last. If anything goes wrong with it, good news, Breek Arms has a lifetime warranty, so ship it back, they'll make it right. Is this something that you want to buy? Well, if you're running a suppressor, I would really look at this. Unfortunately, I don't have footage of running this with a suppressor because my camera was not cooperating with me. But this ledge in here, these baffles, this thing was intentionally designed to use with a suppressor. So if you're running a can and you don't like getting all that gas back in your face, this is something to really look into. Even if you're not running a suppressor, I would still look at this, especially if you're in a situation where you want it to be compact. If it's a truck gun, if it's a defense gun where you're going to be manipulating it quickly, changing shoulders, anything like that, where you need it to be ambidextrous and you want it to be slender, not hanging up on your plate carriers, not hanging up on your slings, anything like that. Again, the Sledgehammer Omnibuster, really good choice. The LE latch is the smaller one. They do have a wider one that is sort of like this. If that's your jam, then rock on, do that. But overall, this is definitely something that I would recommend. I don't think you're going to go wrong with it. If you want to purchase one, there are links in the show notes below. There's also a link to the video about the Kung Fu grip from Frico, if that's something that you want to look into as well. So bottom line, good piece of gear. Definitely take a look at it. If you got any value out of this, like, share, subscribe, do all the things. Comment down in the comment section if you've already used this, or if you get one and you use it, let us know what you think about it. Stay tuned. There's going to be more content coming out soon. Stay safe.